Never forget the power of music. Spend a little time with it every day, even if it is listening to a soft piece on a cassette while you drive to work. When you feel down or weary, play some music. It is one of the finest motivators I know of. Aside from yourself, I exclaimed sincerely. Just listening to you makes me feel great. You really have changed, Julian, and not just on the outside. You really do seem to be at peace with yourself. You have touched me tonight. Hey, there's more, shouted Julian with his fist in the air. Let's keep going. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. The 8th ritual is the ritual of the spoken word. The sages had a series of mantras, which they would recite morning, noon, and night. They told me that this practice was immensely effective in keeping them focused, strong, and happy. What's a mantra? I asked. A mantra is nothing more than a collection of words strung together to create a positive effect. In Sanskrit, man means mind, and tra means freeing. So a mantra is a phrase which is designed to free the mind. And believe me, John, mantras accomplish this objective in a very powerful way. So mantras are spoken? They don't have to be. Written affirmations also are very effective. But I have found that repeating a mantra aloud has a wonderful effect on my spirit. When I need to feel motivated, I might repeat, I am inspired, disciplined, and energized out loud 200 or 300 times. To maintain the supreme sense of self-confidence I have cultivated, I might repeat, I am strong, able, and calm. I even use mantras to keep me youthful and vital, Julian admitted. Which leads us to the 9th ritual of radiant living quite nicely. This is the ritual of congruent character. This ritual requires you to take daily, incremental action to build your character. Perhaps Yogi Raman articulated the formula best when he stated, you sow a thought, you reap an action. Reap an action, you sow a habit. Sow a habit, you reap a character. Sow a character, you reap your destiny. What kinds of things should I do to build my character? Anything that cultivates your virtues. Before you ask me what I mean by virtues, let me clarify the concept. The wise people of the Himalayas believed strongly that a virtuous life was a meaningful life, so they governed all their actions by a series of timeless principles. But I thought you said they governed their lives by their purpose. Yes, this is quite so, but their life's calling included living in a manner congruent to these principles. They are, simply stated, industry, compassion, humility, patience, honesty, and courage. When all your actions are congruent and aligned with these principles, you will feel a deep sense of inner harmony and peace. This is also when your life will move from the ordinary into the realm of the extraordinary, and you will begin to sense the sacredness of your being. It is the first step to lifelong enlightenment. Have you tasted this experience? I asked. I have, and I believe you will too. Do the right things. Act in a way that is congruent with your true character. Act with integrity. Be guided by your heart. The rest will take care of itself. You are never alone, you know. And the final ritual? This is the all-important ritual of simplicity. This ritual requires you to live a simple life. As Yogi Raman said, one must never live in the thick of thin things. Focus only on your priorities, those activities which are truly meaningful. Your life will be uncluttered, rewarding, and exceptionally peaceful. This I promise you. But earlier you told me that happiness comes from achievement. Now you are telling me to reduce my needs and be content with less. Isn't that a paradox? Excellent point, John. It might seem like a contradiction, but it isn't. Lifelong happiness does come through striving to realize your dreams. The key is not to make your happiness contingent on finding that elusive pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. For example, even though I was a millionaire many times over, I was so money-driven that I couldn't enjoy all that I had. You know, there came a time when all I could eat was bread and water, Julian said, growing very quiet and pensive. Are you serious? I always thought that you ate at the best restaurants with all those celebrity friends of yours. That was in the early days. Not many people know about this, but the burden of my out-of-control lifestyle gave me a bleeding ulcer. Julian caught himself. But I'm not one to live in the past. It was another one of life's great lessons. To transcend pain, I had to first experience it. I wouldn't be where I am today without it, he said stoically. Any ideas on what I should do to bring the ritual of simplicity into my life, I asked. There are so many things you can do. Stop picking up the phone every time it rings. Stop wasting time reading junk mail. Stop eating out 3 times a week. Give up your golf club membership and spend more time with your kids. Spend a day a week without your watch. Watch the sun rise every few days. Sell your cellular phone and dump your pager. Need I continue? Julian asked rhetorically. I get the point. But sell the cell phone? I asked anxiously, feeling as a baby might at the doctor's suggestion that his umbilical cord should be cut. Like I've said, my duty is to share the wisdom I've learned through my journey with you. You need not apply every strategy to make your life work. Try the techniques and use those that feel right to you. After Julian had explained the 10 rituals for radiant living, he paused. I know that you want me to keep on going, so I will. Perhaps this is a good time to get a little deeper. What I have taught you up to now has been immensely practical, but you must know something of the underlying spiritual current which flows through the principles I have outlined. Okay, let's hear the spiritual stuff, I said energetically, unaware that it was nearly 2:30 in the morning. Within you lies the sun, the moon, the sky, and all the wonders of this universe. The intelligence that created these wonders is the same force that created you. All things around you come from the same source. We are all one. I'm not sure I follow you. Every being on this earth, every object on this earth has a soul. All souls flow into one. This is the soul of the universe. You see, John, when you nourish your own mind and your own spirit, you are really feeding the soul of the universe. When you improve yourself, you are improving the lives of all those around you. And when you have the courage to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams, you begin to draw upon the power of the universe. Julian, I know you mean well, but what happens if I fail? Failure is not having the courage to try, nothing more and nothing less. The only thing standing between most people and their dreams is the fear of failure. Yet failure is essential to success in any endeavor. Never fear failure. Failure is your friend.